Welcome my freckled friends, this is Jamie, and in today's video I'm going to try and catch up a little bit on some recent stuff that has been released before we go back. So Stray Kids just released, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, this Stray Kids Replay album, which does have some new songs on it. So the songs that are like Stray Kids record or player, those songs, I'll probably wait and react to those kind of when I get to them since they were already released. But I'm gonna go ahead and react to some of the newer songs that they released on this album, the individual songs, as well as I think there were a couple of unit songs. We're gonna do the individual songs in today's video as well as tomorrow's video. So we'll do Doodle, Limbo, Run, and Deep End in today's video, and then we'll do Connected, Love Untold, Stars and Raindrops. Is that what it is? I wrote that because I was running out of space. I think it's Stars and Raindrops. And then Hug Me in tomorrow's video, and then we'll do Zone and Streetlight on Thursday. I believe those are, one of them is 3 Racha, and then the other one I think is Chan and Changbin. So yeah. So this week we'll be kind of catching up on the things that I have missed over the last couple of weeks. We are going to start with Doodle by Changbin. So of course we're going to look at lyrics because there are 4 songs today that we have to get through. I'm going to quickly go through the lyrics and give like a tiny little synopsis of what I think it's about, but I'm not going to go too deep into it. So yeah, Doodle, Changbin, let's go. Draw a crooked line, a somewhat misshapen circle. Even if my shoelaces get tangled, they're pretty like a ribbon. Everyone yammers on and on about doing the basics, but they can shove it. Freaking bucket list, erase it. This is my way, stomp while walking on a tightrope. I walk it differently, I'm a crooked line. What's the point of doing what everyone else does? Aren't you sick of cosplaying as normal? If you live while blaming this unchanging world, you won't find anything to your liking. What's the point of just following the trends? That's as ordinary as it gets. If you're hoping that the world will change, why do you only eat food that's been prepared for you? My life's like a doodle, my style's like a doodle, circle, triangle, square, break the rules, doodle. My rhythm's like a doodle, my flow's like a doodle, I doodle on the walls of the world. Live like a doodle. Doodle, doodle, move like a doodle, doodle, jump over a hurdle, hurdle. Graffiti on the walls of these boundaries. Doodle, doodle, move like a doodle, doodle, jump over a hurdle, hurdle. Creativity that exceeds these boundaries. I'm not picky, I do it all. I've got an appetite for devouring everything. Only then will I be satisfied. My unconventional point of view. I don't care about the way others see me. I get a feeling I can see my path. Success is abundantly floating around everywhere. Zero gravity. What's the point of doing what everyone else does? Aren't you sick of cosplaying as normal? It goes through that. My sketch that no one can decipher. I make it so that only I can understand it. If you touch it, you're going to get cut. Keep on going to the next chapter. My doodle will change the world, change the main character. That's right, it's a plot twist. Plot twist, get the popcorn ready. Fiction, drama, movie, cartoon that'll become reality. My life's like a doodle, my style's like a doodle, circle, triangle, square, break the rules, doodle. Draw as if you're talking nonsense, even if you're just bluffing. Mark your territory. Throw away your modesty that can't even defend your pride. As the rice plant ripens, it bows its head lower, but I raise my head and look up so I can go higher. Flying however I want, without a set route, I seize the opportunity to carve out a new path. If it's dirty, avoid it. I'm going straight ahead, just like this. Sounds like this is, like, I don't walk the path that was laid out for me. I find my own path. When everyone tells you what you're supposed to do, tell them they can shove it. I'm a crooked line. I doodle. My style's like a doodle. There's no point in following trends. So basically just creating your own path and not following a path because it was laid out for you or because somebody is pushing you on that path. I feel like some of these lyrics seem to be a little similar to Maniac. Like, aren't you sick of cosplaying as normal? I feel like there was a lyric in Maniac that had something like that. Yeah, basically be yourself, be your own person, break the rules. You don't need to go in a straight line, just do what you want to do. And there we go. So let's hear it. I don't know why I expected any different, but I was not expecting it to be this like hard, you know? I don't know why. But I wasn't. It has this like eerie, almost like psycho at the beginning that just like puts you on edge immediately. Yeah, we're just gonna go back.
My life's like a doodle, my stars like a doodle. Circle, triangle, square, break the rules, doodle. My rhythm's like a doodle, my flow's like a doodle. I doodle on the voice of the world like a doodle. Doodle, move like a doodle. Doodle, jump forward a huddle. 한 개는 벽에 다 perfect. Doodle, move like a doodle. Doodle, jump forward a huddle. 한 개는 넣는 creativity. 안 그렇다. 처음 식성 그래야만 풀리는 직성 색다르게 봐 나보는 시점 제3자의 시점은 안 쓰여 신경 없거든 난 페리 있거든 내 길이 성공은 무수히 또 당연 영이 좀 새로 그래 페리 나들 가는 것 따라 행복하냐 정상인 코스프레 지금지도 아냐 달라지지 않은 세상을 탓하며 살다가 맘에 들어 모았던 날 유행만 타는 것 따라 행복하냐 평범한 기계지 없지 세상이 달라지길 바라면서 왜 잘하는 벗어만 섰지 아무도 못 알아보는 내 스케치 나만 알아보게 만들어 손 대면 줄 그런 개커 계속 기억까지 다음 챕터 난 낙서 세상을 바꿔 출연은 바뀌어 그래 대반전 준비해 팝콘 현실의 피션 드라마 무비 카툰 My life's like a doodle My stars like a doodle.
It's funny because I feel like every time he switches it up he sounds different. And it almost makes you think, if you didn't know that this was only Changbin, and if it wasn't telling you that this was only Changbin, I feel like you might think that he had somebody else with him, or at least like 2 or 3 other people with him. Like every time he switches it up, he has a different sound. It's really cool.
Like a doodle, jump forward a huddle, 한 개 없는 creativity. 헛소리 하듯 짓거리는 대로 그려, 헛구방 가득 채로 터지대로 부려. 조심이란 못 챙기는 겸손한 걸어가는 데일수록 보그는 중요 그냥 난국을 들어버려 빠져 외로가는 길. 정을 짓고서 없이 마음대로 위. 생기는 내가 그걸 뒤에 돌아오면 피해 난 그대로 이대로 지켜. forward a huddle, 한 개 없는 creativity. 헛소리 하듯 짓거리는 대로 그려 헛구방 가득 채로 터지대로 부려 조심이란 못 챙기는 겸손한 걸어가는 데일수록 보그는 중요 그냥 난국을 들어버려 빠져 외로가는 길. 정을 짓고서 없이 마음대로 위. 생기는 내가 그걸 뒤에 돌아오면 피해 난 그대로 이대로 지켜. Like a doodle, stars like a doodle. Triangle, square, break the rules, doodle. My rhythm's like a doodle, my flow's like a doodle. From the words of the world, like a doodle. Doodle, move like a doodle. Doodle, jump forward a huddle, 한 개는 벽에 다 perfect. Doodle, move like a doodle. Doodle, jump forward a huddle, 한 개 없는 creativity. Doodle.
That was so good. I don't think I've heard any of their like solo stuff before. It's funny, the first I like scrolled down to the comments, and the first comment that pops up is, I really didn't expect a song named Doodle to go this hard. And I feel like that is like my same sentiments. I like heard the name Doodle, and I feel like Changbin can go either cutesy or hard. and do them both very well. So I was expecting it to be more of like a, not like super cutesy, but you know, like fun. But that was so good. Like, I think that's now one of my favorite songs of theirs. Yeah, that was great. And yeah, like I was saying, I don't think I've ever heard any of their solo stuff. I don't know how much solo work they've done. I know they've done quite a bit as units, but I don't know how much solo songs they have. But that was great. Changbin always like hits me hard whenever he comes in a song.
target spotlight 외친지 벌써 5년 prime Our credit is always the biggest headline 전 세계 차트의 상단 멀어져가는 것을 목도 낯선 길 위에 지지리도 폭도 없이 내가 많은 길을 가는 가이다 팔찌도도 소리를 지르는 내가 창빈이란 더내 자리는 내가 참더 태도는 폭포하게 트랙이는 폭주하는 기관차.
So like having a whole song of him, I was just like the entire time in the best way possible. Okay, so next up we gotta keep moving. We're gonna do Deep End by Felix. Oh, so this song is completely in English. Okay, cool. How have you been? I guess you're fine. It's been pretty long since we've last seen. Honestly, throughout my life, deep inside, I never felt alive. The way you used to touch my soul was always so sweet and lovely. No matter how far apart we are, you'd always pick up the phone. But now I'm truly all alone in this world. I miss the way you felt so close to my bones. I'm sinking in the deep end. I'll just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't changed, then I'd still be by your side. If I gave you one more chance, can we go back again? You made me feel as if we were complete, but now you're filled with nothing but conceit. The times we had together were bittersweet. I miss the days we used to laugh and heal. The way you used to touch my soul had always kept me whole. You'd always read my texts and ghost me like you wanted me gone. Now I'm truly all alone in this world. I miss the way you felt so close to my bones. I'm sinking in the deep end. I'll just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't changed, then I'd still be by your side. If I gave you one last chance, can we go back again? Honestly, without you in my life, deep inside, I've never felt alive. Wow. So this seems like losing a... I'm really close, sorry. This sounds like kind of losing a very close relationship, fading away, kind of putting more into a relationship, friendship than the other person is. This, if you hadn't changed, I'd still be by your side. You used to make me feel complete, but now you're filled with nothing but conceit. You used to touch my soul, always kept me whole, but now you're ghosting me, seeming like you're wanting me gone. Yeah, so it sounds like losing a close relationship.
Have you been? I guess you're fine. It's been pretty long since we've last seen. Honestly, throughout my life, deep inside, I never felt alive. The way you used to touch my soul was always so sweet and lovely. No matter how far apart we were, you'd always pick up the phone.
I feel like I don't recognize this voice, and it's not just because he's singing higher than usual. Like, his whole voice sounds different. Like, his voice just sounds different. Like, if you had just played that part for me and not told me that this was Stray Kids, not told me who it was, I don't think I would be able to tell you. I was wondering if he was gonna do it the entire time in this like low register.
The way you used to touch my soul was always so sweet and lovely. No matter how far apart we were, you'd always pick up the phone. But now I'm truly all alone in this world. I miss the way you feel so close to my bones. I'm sinking in the deep end.
This sounds more like him.
Just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't changed, then I'll still be by your side. Just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't changed, then I'll still be by your side. If I give you one last chance, can we go back again? Honestly, without you in my life,
I love how he's like,
deep inside, I never felt alive.
I feel like he's spanning 2 octaves in this song, which is very impressive. Yeah, that's great. Maybe more. Yeah, that was great. And I don't know that I guess I was expecting that from Felix after reading the lyrics, a song that sounded like that. And I think his voice lends very well to that genre. And I love in this song, he had a very soft voice, no matter what octave he was singing at. It was very soft and very like effortless, and one of my favorite vocals that I've heard from Felix as well. So I'm wondering if he had a little bit of autotune on that parts that I was saying I didn't recognize his voice. Just because I feel like there were some phrases and some lines that did sound more like him that were still like in the same range and in the same octave. So I wonder if they did put some kind of like auto-tune on his voice in those other parts. So next up, we are going to Run by Han. Let's do it. Does she run, run, run? So this one, lyrics, composition, and arrangement all done by Sriracha. I'm in the middle of escaping to somewhere else. Where is my confident self? All the problems and lot of things make me fool, make me a coward. The sound of the clock ticking suffocates me. It feels like it's getting closer, through that crack in the door. I see it, a place full of romance and freedom, wide open on all sides. Let's be free, excuse me. Let's be free, let loose your tied up arms and legs. Shout until my voice gives out. My imagination that I had always put to sleep, change it into something beyond it. The sighs I used to let out while endlessly staring out the window. Yeah, throw caution to the wind and escape from a moving car. Let me be free. You shackles that chain my ankles. Now let me go. With a scowling expression, I look at the stars in the night sky. These noisy alarms do nothing but annoy me. Should I throw it all away? I just want to walk around to wherever that might be, away from all the eyes watching me right now, without caring what my destination will be. I'll run with all my strength however I want. Let's run. Wherever it is, go somewhere that isn't stifling. Run. Hide all the stupid parts of myself and run. Running on the highway. I don't want to decide my destination. Is there not a single place on earth for me to rest? Blindly run away with both feet. Keep running. Keep running. Run with both feet. Keep running. Keep running. Run, run. Let's run. My exhaustion won't go away like I want it to. I freaked out. My reflection in the mirror is haggard. Again, I push, push, push. Back, back, back the things I have to do tomorrow. Pass it on to the next time. I don't like it, like it, like it. Necklace, since when did it start feeling heavy? Look at how my shoulders sink as if carrying a burden. Now stop. Let's fall for a moment. If I pretend to be hurt, will I be able to sit down? For someone else, the morning is a new start, but the fresh dawn air weighs heavy on me. Still half asleep, my mind is foggy. I have no intention of waking up. I just blink my eyes like a time warp, like going away to somewhere else. I want to throw myself into the wide ocean, swim leisurely into the unknown world, swim. To the place I've always dreamed of, dream. Run from my room, run from my town, run from my city, run from the world. Run with both feet, keep running, run, run, let's run, run. Get rid of all those annoying problems and leave this place. Go where I want to go, let me go. The carefreeness I sent off in a little plane, fly so high. Is it too high for my hands to reach? So this sounds like the life of an idol, wanting to be able to go where I want to go without prying eyes, wanting to be able to do what I want to do, wanting to be able to sleep and rest, wanting to run away. And I feel like a lot of idols do eventually write songs like this, because while they probably know somewhat of what they're getting into before they get into it, it's like to actually experience it is a lot. And, you know, most of their lives, more so idols than like even Western artists who are in the industry, like most of their lives are on camera, you know? I mean, I know there's a lot of their lives that are not, but it's like you constantly have a camera in your face, you're constantly being told what to do, where to go, how to act. like things you're allowed to do, things you're not allowed to do, even as a grown person. Like all of these guys are now adults, you know? It's like all of them are well into their adulthood, and they're still being told what they can and cannot do, what they can and cannot eat, where they can go, what they can do, who they can talk to. So there is an exhaustion that comes from that, and you know, constantly having everything scheduled out for you, like working from sun up to sundown and more and longer than that, like 6 to 7 days a week, having very few breaks. And yeah, so it sounds like this song is kind of his desire to kind of run away from it for a little bit. So yeah. Okay. So let's listen to the song.
어딘가로 도피 지금 당장 있던 내 모습은 어디 All the problems and a lot of things make me fool 날 겁쟁이로 만들었지 나를 옥지어와 시계바늘 소리 점점 다가오는 듯한 문틈 살 모의 낭만이 가득하고 자유로워 보이고 사방이 착 트인 Let's be free 무결점 팔다리를 풀어내 목청이 터지도록 소리 질러 항상 잠재워왔던 내 상상을 이상으로 바꿔줘 휴거를 창문 바쁘면서 내뿜던 한숨 그래 큰맘 먹고 달리는 차에서 탈출 Let me be free 내 발목을 잡는 족쇄야 이제 놔줘 밤하늘에 떠있는 별들 바라보며 찌푸리던 인상 시끄러운 알람에 짜증만 가득한데 이제 모두 던질까 그냥 걸어다닐래 그게 어디든 날 보는 시선들에서 지금만큼은 도착지가 어디든지 신경 안 쓰고 왔으면 맘대로 뛰어 Let's run 어디든 숨 막히지 않은 곳으로 가 Run, 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 yeah 덜 떨어진 모습 다 숨기고 Run Another highway 목적지는 안정할래 그래 지구상에 나는 쉴 곳이 없을까 무작정 두 발로 뛰어나가지 계속 Run 계속 Run 두 발로 뛰어 계속 Run Running gonna get a crazy 계속 Run
What I love about this is that this song sounds very like light and free. You know, this is the kind of song that I think would be like a summer hit. You know, would be the kind of song that you would listen to like in your car. It sounds like a very like free and let's be free and young and that kind of sound, which I think is great because it's almost like this is what I wish was happening. This is what where I wish I could be, which is kind of different from the lyrics that he is saying. You know, my fatigue that doesn't go away as my heart goes. I was frightened. I look haggard in the mirror, with all of this like music playing in the background. I like that. I think that was a clever choice.
마음이 가는 대로 풀리지 않은 내 피로 시겁해지 거울 속에 내 모습은 초췌해 다시 뒤로 mirror 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 내일 할래도 담으로 패 싫어 necklace 언제부터 무거워 나 어깨에 짐 쏟아내다 처진 것 봐 now stop 잠시 너무 지잡한 척이라도 하면 앉아있어도 될까 새롭게 시작되는 아침 누군가에게는 상쾌한 새벽 공기가 내가 먹고 잠들게 내 정신은 몽롱해도 통깰 생각을 안 해 너만 데려 깜빡 like a time warp 하늘 더 뒤로 떠나서 넓은 바닷속에 몸을 내던지고 싶어 요요의 여텀이지 연 세계로 swim 내가 항상 꿈꾸던 것으로 dream
A little eerie.
떨쳐버리고 이것을 떠나 내가 원하는 곳으로 let me go 작은 비행기 속 날려보내요 You fly so high 너무 높아서 내 손에 닿지가 않은 걸까
Yeah, I liked that one too. It was, like I said, it was a very relaxing and like free vibe, the actual composition and the actual music, while he was talking in the song about wanting to be free. And I love Han's tone. Like, it's just so clear and very distinctive. Like, I feel like the second he opens his mouth, you know who it is. And he's got so many different ways of, obviously he's a great singer as well, but even within his rap, he has so many different sounds that he does. And techniques that he uses that I think it's great, and it just it makes it so that the song is never boring, you know, because he's constantly changing it up, similar to Changbin. I loved that. Okay, so one last one. We've got Lino's Limbo. Walking side by side, not even knowing that this would be our last time. I look back to see if your scent remains in the footprints you left behind. Our story was beautiful. Please don't forget that you mean more to me than the memories you left behind. After wandering through a long day, night begins again. There's still so many things I haven't said. So that I'm not hurting in my dreams, I want to softly call out to you. I can't forget everything as soon as I wish for it. Will things go back to the way they were? I know that just one word would change it. The words I couldn't tell you. Lock me inside a deep dream. Don't make me leave. I didn't remember. I thought I'd forgotten that singular piece of your memory. Whenever I miss you, I'll look back on it. The side of you that you showed me, that only I could see. At least once will you think of me too. Our story was beautiful. Please don't forget that you mean more to me than the memories you left behind. After wandering through a long day, night begins again. There's still so many things I haven't said. So that I'm not hurting in my dreams, I want to softly call out to you. I can't forget everything as soon as I wish for it. Will things go back to the way they were? I know that just one word would change it. The words I couldn't tell you. Lock me inside a deep dream. Don't make me leave. This seems to be a lot shorter than the other ones. So limbo, I don't know if that limbo refers to death or something else. Sometimes people's relationships can just be in limbo, you know. This sounds like, I can't tell if this is referring to somebody that you have lost contact with or had maybe a falling out with, or if it's somebody who has passed away, because most of it makes me think that it's somebody that's passed away, but then there are certain parts that I'm like, oh, well, it seems like they're still here. Like, will things go back to the way they were? At least once will you think of me too? Like, that kind of sort of makes me believe that, like, the person's still here. So I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments down below what this song is all about, and let's go ahead and listen to it.
나란 이 길을 걸어 마지막이 될 줄도 모르고 난 남겨진 발자국에서 네 향기가 남았는지 돌아봐. 우리 이야기 아름다웠고 넌 내게 남겨진 기억 그 이상의 의미란 걸 잊지 말아줘. 긴 하루 속을 헤매이다 다시 시작되는 밤 아직 못다한 말이 많은데 나 꿈속에서 아프지 않게 마지막에 너를 부르고 싶어. 나 잊지 못해 바라는 순간 예전처럼.
I wasn't expecting it to turn into a like rock ballad. Come on, let's go back. Y'all know that's one of my favorite genres, and that was one of the things, one of the first things I noticed from this group was Lino's kind of rockish vocals. So 기억하지 않아 잊은 줄로 알았던 너의 추억 한 조각 그리울 때면 한 번씩 꺼내어 볼게. 내게 보여주던 나만 볼 수 있던 너의 모습 한 번쯤은 너도 나를 떠올려줄래. 우리 이야기 아름다웠고 넌 내게 남겨진 기억 그 이상의 의미란 걸 잊지 말아줘. 긴 하루 속을 헤매이다 다시 시작되는 밤 아직 못다한 말이 많은데
아프지 않게 마지막이 불러볼게 다 잊지 못해 바라는 순간 우리 다시 돌아가게 될까 한마디에 버틸 거라는 전하지 못한 말 마지막이 혼자만
Oh, that was it. I was expecting him to like come back down. Excuse me, losing my voice. Okay. Sorry. Oh no, have I lost my voice? I still have to film more. It's amazing how far his voice has come just from hearing it, and because y'all know I like went back to the beginning and started at the beginning after listening to a few songs from like the Ordinary album, and then I like went back, and Thunderous, and then I went back to the beginning and have been working my way. To me, he's always had a voice with potential, and this just shows you what you can do and what can be achieved if you actually work with somebody who has that kind of potential. You know, he had an okay voice. You know, he had a decent voice to begin with at the beginning. It wasn't anything special, but it wasn't bad. And now to get to this, where he is like, his vocal technique is great as well. He has such a natural like flip from his chest voice to his head voice, that like flip to falsetto, and he just goes back and forth like almost effortlessly. And that's something that's hard to do. It's great. Like he has a great voice. He's always had one of my favorite voices. I've never thought that his voice was the best out of everyone, but it's been one of my favorite voices. And so I've always liked his tone, and I've always thought that it lends itself quite nicely to rock. And like every once in a while he'll do this like rough, like gravelly growl thing that I love, like, and I will continue to show this part of Thunderous because that was the first time I heard his voice, and I remember being like, who is this? Like, I loved it so much because that's one of my favorite, I love voices like that. They're some of my favorite voices. But yeah, I loved that. That was great. These were all great. I loved all of these songs, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more solo songs. I think it's great because in a particular song of Stray Kids, you might only hear somebody sing like one line, and it'll be like 5 words, and that's about it. And then they'll come back a little bit later in the song and string together another like 7 words, you know? And even though it's great as a full group, you know, everybody's getting a turn, everybody is getting to shine, time to shine, it's just so short. So it's really nice being able to hear songs that they completely do all on their own. You really get to hear their full potential. So I love that, and I'm looking forward to hearing more. So yeah, or when you do like 2 or 3 as well, you get those opportunities as well. But yeah, I guess that is it for today's video. Tomorrow we will continue with Chan, Ian, Hyunjin, and Sungbin's songs that they did, and I'm looking forward to those since I loved these so much. But yeah, let me know in the comments which one you liked. Did you like them all? Did you like none of them? I doubt anybody's gonna say that. Also, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.